How's it going, guys? I'm MJ Hedden, and welcome back to my channel, and I hope you're all having a great day. January 2022 is less than a month away, and you know what that means, baby. More news on WWE 2K22. And as I got to thinking more and more about what I want to see for WWE 2K22, it made me think, what better place than here? What better time than now? Lights out, Gorilla Radio, turn that up, and let's do a WWE 2K22 wish list. But before we get into that, be sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel because it helps out a ton. And let me know what your personal wish list is for WWE 2K22 in the comments down below. And let's get it, baby. And this wish list is in no particular order. So I'm going to start off first with MyRISE. You got to give us branching story paths. The last couple iterations of the WWE 2K games have been way too linear with the My Career mode. I really hope that we get branching story paths, kind of taking it back to the SmackDown versus Raw series with the Road to WrestleManias, or even the season modes back in Here Comes the Pain. There's just so many different paths you can pick, and not everyone's playthrough will be exactly the same. And it can add so much replayability to the My Career mode instead of just beating it in 4 hours and then just never touching it again. It's going to make you want to make more characters, and you already know that you're going to get a separate storyline for the male superstar and a separate storyline for the female superstar. So right there you got 2 playthroughs, but I want more than just 2 playthroughs in the My Career mode. And jumping back to the SmackDown series with the season mode, have multiple years of the career mode. And next on my wish list for MyRISE is the Invasion mode. WWE 2K15 wasn't the greatest game, but it did have one feature that I absolutely love, and that is the Invasion feature that you could turn on so your friends, your families, created wrestlers would show up in your career mode. And when I would be playing my career mode and I would see my brother's custom character show up in my game, I'd be like, I can either try and form a tag team with him, help him out in his matches, or I can start a rivalry with him. And I think that added a personal touch to the My Career mode for WWE 2K15, and I would love to see them bring that back. And now getting into the game modes, I would love to see them bring back the Slobber Knocker mode. And not just an endless gauntlet of wrestlers that you beat, but add some unique unlockables to that mode as well. Not as unique as unlocking Fred Durst and SmackDown just bring it with, I think, 15 Undertaker wins. But you know what? Maybe put some unlockable wrestlers in there. Change up how you unlock wrestlers in wrestling game. Make me excited for wanting to unlock these wrestlers, playing these modes, instead of just grinding out the currency I need to unlock Kevin Nash. And with the Slobber Knocker mode, you can add a leaderboard. So you can see how well you're doing against your friends, everyone else online. Me personally, I love leaderboards and I love chasing that high score, trying to get past my friends, trying to get past everyone else online. The next game mode, special guest referee. Not just one referee, give me 2 referees. I'm sure many of you have played older wrestling games where you had the option for 2 special guest referees, and you remember those days when your friends would be over, 4 of you guys would be playing, you'd be like, you know what, 2 of you guys are gonna be referees, the other 2 are going to fight it out. You would have the other referees fighting each other, having their own match, and then you'd have one referee helping one wrestler, then the other referee helping the other. But then that other referee just turns on his back on that wrestler, and then you have a 3-on-1 happening, which is just pure chaos. In the next game mode, I was kind of on the fence between 2 matches, but I think Buried Alive is better than the casket matches. So I want to see them bring back Buried Alive. I don't care if they use the same tombstone from like 2002, and this isn't really a game mode, but it is in relation to matches. Let me go backstage in any match type that I pick. Why do I have to pick backstage brawls just to fight backstage? Falls count anywhere match. Falls count anywhere, but I can't go pin my opponent in the parking garage. I can only pin him outside the ring or on the ramp. I know I'm not the only one, but back when WWF No Mercy came out, me and my cousin, I swear to God, we would have like 2-hour Royal Rumble matches, falls count anywhere, where you only won by pinfall. We'd be fighting for half an hour in the bar. Then we would go to the parking lot, battle for another hour and a half, pin a few guys. A falls count anywhere Royal Rumble match in WF No Mercy was the best match I've ever had in any wrestling game. And the last match I have on my list, and that is none other than War Games. I think it's time that we get a brand new match in a wrestling game. War Games is my favorite pay-per-view. Those matches are absolutely insane. There's so many hot spots in those matches, and I would love to relive some of those awesome moments in War Games in the next wrestling game. And getting into the creation suite, create a finisher. When I make my custom characters, I want to make a unique finisher that no one else has in the game. It just added that extra layer of customability to your created character. And the fact that you could give it its own name was awesome. This isn't really a creation suite. Bring back infinite finishers. Like if I want to pick Brock Lesnar, give him infinite finishers and beat up Sami Zayn for an hour and a half, just giving him F5s everywhere, let me do that. Or if I want to turn the tide on me and ramp up the difficulty of the CPU, fight Brock Lesnar with infinite finishers, and then here I am with Sami Zayn with no finishers, let me get my butt kicked. Next is create a story. I loved SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, specifically for the creator story mode. I spent countless hours just creating the most randomest stories I could think of with different wrestlers, and it was an absolute blast. And if they do add creator story into WWE 2K22, you gotta be able to make that shareable with the community creation, because I know I'm not the only one that's making zany stories with my wrestlers in the game. And my last wish list item for the creation suite, and it's a big one, and that is cross-console community creations. I know I'm not the only Xbox fan out there that sees all these awesome community creations and you're just like, man, these are awesome, I can't wait to download them. And then you're like, oh, it's only for PlayStation. And getting into the MyGM mode, I only have one item on my wish list for this, and that is GM Connected. Let me and another friend draft our rosters together. He does his shows, I do my shows. Let's compare our stats. Let superstars from his brand contact me because they're not getting used enough, and they're like, Mike, I know you're gonna use me good and you're gonna use me well, and that's why I want to join your brand, and let me steal him. But don't let him know, just let it happen. So then he sees my champion is none other than Sami Zayn, and he's like, Sami Zayn was just in my storyline and he's gone. And getting into the showcase mode, baby, give me some ECW and WCW unlockables in the showcase mode. Give me some wrestlers, Sabu, Psychosis, Juventud Guerrero, Ultimo Dragon. Give me some arenas, Bash at the Beach, Halloween Havoc, November to Remember, Anarchy Rules. Please do not give me 32 different Rey Mysterios. And last on my showcase mode wish list, DLC showcases. They don't even have to be long showcases. They can just be little bite-sized showcases. And let's get into my roster wish list. First on this list, roster updates, including new wrestlers, updated attires, new gimmicks, and picking back onto that, let's get some live rating updates. Add in like a hot and cold system. Like if Sami Zayn is not being on the show often, maybe he's on a losing streak, maybe he's rated 85, let's put him down to 83. Or maybe if Sami Zayn's getting a huge push, let's put him up to 89. And last on my roster wish list, and I know it's on a lot of your lists as well, and that is NXT 2.0 superstars, and lots of them. There are so many awesome wrestlers in NXT 2.0. You have Toxic Attraction, Braun Breaker, you have Gacy. So let's get a big chunk of those NXT superstars in this game. Anyways, guys, that brings me to the end of the video. Don't forget to let me know what your wish list is for WWE 2K22 besides a functional game. We all want a functional game, but let me know what your wish list is in the comments down below. And until next time, see you later, guys.